What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 39 of our Millwall career mode, and today we are in to November after our first game here in the Carabao Cup against Bournemouth, and then we've got Wolves and then Bournemouth in the league. So Bournemouth twice today. Hopefully we can move forward and keep on going. We are top the league at the moment, but we really want to get deep in a tournament this year. I'm really kind of interested in just top 7 for Millwall here, but we are top the league. But I really do want to get deep into a competition this year, and hopefully, as of right now, we can beat Bournemouth here and keep moving forward in that area. So hopefully that is what's going to happen today. So we've got Bournemouth, but we're going to change the team up a little bit. Saville is still out, 4-month injury as you remember last time around. But we're also going to change a couple of things up here. We'll keep Rossi out there, give him a little bit of a rest. And then Cruz and Ngakatu. And that will be the team today, I think. Yes. Alright, so here we go. Brewster and Rossi up top with Yandanda in behind. Cruz and Ngakatu out on the wing-back positions. Thompson and Dozell in midfield. And Cooper, Clark, and Foyth sitting in front of Archer. So let's jump into it, guys. It is Bournemouth and Millwall in the Carabao Cup. Back out to Cruz. Good 1-2 there. Out wide. This Cruz is playing quite well so far. Out wide is the young academy player. Cruz cuts back and has an attempt, and it's a good save. Or it's flown over the bar. Either way, it's a decent attempt from the young kid. It's 0-0 after 10 minutes. Oh, the ball's got back. Bartels. He's in the space here, and it's Cook, and it's a really good save from Archer. It's Thompson. Nicely done from Dozell. A really lovely turn, and he's got space, and it's just outside the post. Right into the side netting. A decent attempt, just not on target. Nicely done. Good football, and we found space out wide here, and it's Cruz. Cruz cuts back. Cruz does nicely here. It is Cruz, and it's a good save from Begovic. He might have been taken down, but he wasn't. He snuck back inside, got himself an attempt off, and it's fallen to Foyth, and it's taken a couple deflections, and it's in. And we've taken the lead here. It's 1-0 just before halftime. Cruz almost did it just now, and the resulting corner leads to the goal. It's headed away as the Begovic came out to get it, but it's headed away, and then he takes a hit, and it's handball, and then it hits him in the elbow, hits him in the foot, gets past Begovic, who is wrong-footed by the deflection, and it is 1-0, Foyth with the goal, and jumping into halftime at the perfect moment. Bournemouth are going to try and sneak forward here. It's Jacobs, got a nice touch on that. Ball forward, and there's tons of space out here. It's Marasuch, and it's blocked away. I'm trying to read his name, I couldn't, but it's blocked away. Archer did well, and it's come back to him, and it comes to nothing, and we are saved again by Archer, who's had a quite the last couple of games. And Yandanda, is he through here? Can he get away from Ake? He lopes the ball over to Rossi. What a touchdown by Rossi, and it snuck inside. Begovic got a touch. I cannot believe that touch from Rossi. And that might have sealed this game. What a touch from him. He just turned back inside and then finished. Begovic looked like he was going to smother. Look at this ball. This is a great touch. Look at that. Just spins and takes it down into his path. And Begovic just lets the ball squeeze under him. He got a touch onto it. Got him on the hip. And it sneaks underneath and then just rolls into that far corner, just inside the post. Unlucky from Begovic, but what a touch from Rossi. And it's 2-0. Nice ball forward. I think that got a foot on it. If not, it's ours anyway. Brewster. Back inside. Nicely done. It's Yandanda. Yandanda, we're trying to seal this game, and we can. It's Brewster, it's 3-0, and that's it. And Bournemouth are out of the cup, and we are moving into the quarterfinals. It's a really good move. Bournemouth moving men forward, and we just break a little bit. A great ball out. We found it back to Yandanda, who cut back and found an on-running Brewster, who just slid it into the net. All the space in the world for Brewster. It's a good finish. Begovic can't get his foot out there in time. And it's 3-0, and Bournemouth are out of the cup, and we're going to have to see them again in a week's time. Hopefully, for their sake, they put up a better performance. 2 minutes added on here, and it's a goal kick to Bournemouth, who have no chance really here. It's 3-0. And we're going to go into the quarterfinals, and we're going to check out the bracket, because from what I saw right before the game, there weren't too many big teams in here. And if we were going to go for a trophy, this is the trophy we're going to go for. And we're going to have to push for it, because if there aren't a lot of teams left in it, then we're going to skip forward and see. As you can see here, it's Brighton are beating Everton. Bristol as well. Sheffield move forward and knock Burnley out. Stoke are out, and it's just Chelsea on the other side. Everton are gone. Leicester and Huddersfield play. There are very, very little left in this. Chelsea, the biggest team left. Leicester and Huddersfield playing each other. Everton are out. Stoke are out. It's a tournament we can go and really push for, get to the final. Just got to avoid Chelsea, hopefully, until the final if need be, or just hope that Chelsea go ahead and drop a couple here and there. But as you can see, Chelsea have caught us up, or really caught back up in the league, and our second place. We're going to take a look at some of our guys here. 81 to 87 is not too bad. 75 to 89 is not too bad either. We'll hold on to those guys for a little bit. Cruz gets himself a little bit of game time, and we're going to jump into it. We've got Wolves here, who are in the bottom three, if I remember correctly, or last time we played, they were in the bottom three. And yes, here they are, 9 games played, 10 games played. As you can see, if we were to lose here today, Chelsea would pass us up for first place. They got a better goal difference, and Chelsea have been playing well. And here come the big teams. They're starting to move forward a little bit. City are now into the top 4, assuming Swansea don't win their game. Of course, Liverpool back up to 9th. Arsenal, Spurs, and United still 11th, 12th, 13th. So we'll see. We got Wolves here. Gerling wants to, I know Gerling wants to play. We'll see what happens with Gerling. He's just kind of here for backup, and we'll have to play him 1 game or 2 just to keep him happy. But let's jump into it. It's Millwall and Wolves. Foden does well to turn. Oh, and it's found Rossi, and Rossi has scored. I'm not sure how that found Rossi. I didn't even mean to pass to him. That goal is a complete and utter mistake. Rossi was mauled by 2 guys there. I'm not sure how it found him. I'm not sure how he took the touchdown and/or got the finish off without anybody getting a foot in front. It's a crazy goal. It wasn't even supposed to go to him, but we'll take it. It's 1-0 early, and that ball just looped into him, and he got a touch onto it. Not sure how that guy didn't block it. Goalkeeper didn't get anywhere near it. It's a very, very odd goal, but Rossi scores, and we start this game off in a really nice place. It's 1-0. Ball out wide. It's Evie. And a Bakare. Good ball out wide. It's Mason who has a first-time attempt, and Archer gets across to save it. These Wolves are one of those teams that we struggled with last year. They're so physical. Wolves and Watford really were those 2 teams that we struggled with struggled to deal with, because they were always pushing us off the ball. They're always very physical. And hopefully some of the signings we made in the offseason helps that a little bit. Nicely done by Brereton. Out wide here, and it's Foden. And can Foden find him? Yes, he can. It's Lookman here, and it's Lookman. Can he finish? Yes, he can. It's 2-0. And the pace right now is beating Wolves a little bit. We keep drawing their defenders in. Once we get past that line in midfield, they're very, very, very easy to carve apart at the moment. We get past that line. Saiss is kind of sitting in front of the back 4, but once we get by him, the back 4 kind of crumble a little bit, and as you can see, he moved in unnecessarily the left back, and all of a sudden Lookman was free on this outside, and we get a little bit of width against this Wolves team, and we're starting to really carve them apart here. It's 18 minutes in, it's 2-0, taken away by Rossi here, and it's Rossi, and now it's Foden here, and it's into some space, and it's Foden. It's 3-0, and there's no chance for Wolves. If they're going to keep playing like this, we're going to rip them to pieces. It's 30 minutes gone. It's 3-0, and they keep giving the ball away, and if they're going to keep giving the ball away, we're going to tear them apart. But as you can see, once we get past Saiss, the back 4 is very, very disorganized, very poor. Saiss really holds them together, sitting in front of that back 4, and once we beat him, the 2 strikers up front are playing well. Once we beat him, it's almost open season on that back line. Nicely done. Look at that from Brereton. Takes him in. Brereton. Norris gets a touch. Can't keep it out. It's 4-0, and deservedly so, I would say. 60 minutes on the clock, and there's nothing here for Wolves. This is game over. 4-0. Wolves, you can see why they're in the bottom three, and they're second from bottom, I think, here. It's a decent finish, and he did really well, actually, Norris, to get down that quickly and get a hand onto that. It's difficult for a goalie to get down that quickly. But Norris did, but he just couldn't keep it out too hard from Brereton, who gets himself a goal. It's 4-0. Barini ball back inside is Gladon, and he gets an attempt on target. It's Archer with the save. There's only 3 minutes to go here. Wolves need 4. No real chance, but we have ripped them to shreds, and this is what we wanted, of course, when we brought in some of the new guys. Diop, Brewster up front. We didn't play Brewster today, but we got a little bit tougher in the offseason, and that is what we wanted, and it's showing right here against Wolves. And the toughness in midfield has helped quite a bit. Dozell and Diop in there have proved the difference so far. Here's 2 minutes to go, and that should be that. And we're going to claim a 4-0 victory over Wolves, who stay in the bottom two deservedly, and you can see why. But we go ahead and grab a win here. Foden with a 10-point rating. Very well played from him. As Everton win, we go back top the table. Leicester get themselves a victory over Norwich as well. But we are back top of the table, and we're going to go ahead and get Bournemouth again. And as you can see, City now into 4th place. Chelsea into 2nd. They're starting to come, the big boys. So we're going to have to keep it up if we're going to stay up this high. I'm not sure how long we can keep this up, but we've been playing quite well. Cruz is up to 65. Dozell up to a 73. They're coming along nicely. But we're going to jump into it. It's Bournemouth for the 2nd time today. Let's go. Nicely done. Look at that 1-2 from Brereton and Brewster. It just doesn't fall and become a goal. And it's back inside, and Ramsdale gets a hand on it again. And that could have been a really good goal. Brereton just couldn't finish past the goalkeeper. And it stays 0-0. Finally cleared out. It's Foden. Can he find this ball forward? Yes, he can. That defense split and let Brereton run onto it. One long ball forward has put Brereton in on goal. And it's 1-0. And just like that, we're ahead. And Bournemouth are sick of seeing us. They could have scored there, didn't. And then one long ball forward, and Brereton was through on his own, and he is not missing that. Finished very nicely, cut back inside, and just curled it around the goalkeeper. Right into the net. It's 1-0 here. One ball undoing this defense. Oh, it's a good ball out there. It's Yushen. No one near him. Oh, and Diop! Oh, and it's gone in. Diop touched it. He could have just went forward with it. It just seemed to go by him. He got a foot on it, and he seemed to touch it and turn as if no one was there. And it's fallen to Cook, who's equalized here. That is so strange. It's a good ball across here. Good find. And then Uchan finds... Look at that. He just touches it on. He almost slowed it down for Cook so he could turn and shoot. And Lewis Cook did just that, and it's 1-1 here. It's a bad goal to give away, and it's a goal that shouldn't have been given away, really. But it is 1-1, and we're about to jump into halftime on that scoreline. Nicely done. Good football here as Brereton turns, has a pop from distance. What a strike that is, and what a start to the second half we have here from Millwall. It was nice little football, and then a really good touch. Put him into space from Brereton, and he just swirls it into the corner there. No chance at all for Begovic. It's a really good strike, and it's good football here. And it's 1-2, and then just one touch out, and it's his touch that got him a ton of space. And that's not Begovic in goal, but look at this hit. Just curls it. Look at the swirl on that. Right into the corner. No chance for the goalkeeper. It's 2-1 and a great way to start this half. Up the wing he comes. Bournemouth needs to do something and do something quick. There's only 25 minutes left in this game now. It's Coco coming forward. It's a decent pass out to Wilson. Out wide. It's Graban. Cook back inside. Oh, it's a good pass to Wilson, who finishes it off. It's a good move from Bournemouth, and they've leveled the score here. 25 minutes left now, and it's 2-2, and Bournemouth have learned a little bit from their last 3-0 outing that we had about a week ago. It's a good move from them. It's a good ball back in. First time ball back to Callum Wilson. No mistake from him. He's a good goal scorer, and it's 2-2, and we're going to have to do this again. Nice. Brereton finds Foden on the overlap. Foden out wide. Back inside, finds Brereton, and can we get it outside? Yes, we can. It's Brewster, and it's in off the post, and we've taken the lead again. And poor Bournemouth just can't get a foothold in this game. Every time they equalize, we end up taking the lead right back. It's the third time we've led today, and there's 15 minutes to go, and Bournemouth are going to have to come from behind again to try and take something out of this game. It's a really good finish. It's a really good counterattack from those three. Foden just finds Brereton again, who holds it up, lays it off into space, and the first time, and he puts it right in the back of the net, in off the post. It's a good hit. No chance for the goalkeeper. Can't get across to that angle. And it's 3-2. And we get the pass. No, we can't. Cook jumps in. Gives the ball away, though. And all of a sudden, we're through. One pass. That's a great ball. And Brereton with a great run. And can we seal this game here? It's Brereton. It's a good save from Ramsdale. Could have had another touch, but he was catching up. Not a lot of time here left. Bournemouth need to do something. Stozel out wide there, and we're about to enter added time. We can just keep the ball coming forward. Nicely done from Foden. It's a lovely move from us. Just a lot of first-time passing. It's very difficult for them. It's a good touch-in by Diop, and it's a penalty, and we can seal it right here. This could be game over. Diop tripped. It's a good move from us, and we're going to have a penalty to make it 4-2. It's Lookman. We're going to go right. He goes right. Goalkeeper doesn't move, and that's game over. Boos here at the stadium, and twice in 2 weeks. We've put 7 past Bournemouth, and no points for Bournemouth. Knocked out of the cup, beaten 4-2 here, and Bournemouth have had a dreadful week playing against us. They're going to not want to see us for a very, very, very long time. It's a good penalty. Went right. Goalie didn't move. And it is 4-2, and that should be that. 3 points on the board should keep us top of the league. Got some difficult games coming, I believe. I know Everton is next. Coco launches the ball forward. Mousset did well. And it is game over here. 4-2 and 3-0 against Bournemouth today. And then a 4-0 against Wolves. We've had a really good day against some of the lesser teams, admittedly, but we have to beat these teams, of course, if we want to finish as high up as we can, as Chelsea and Leicester draw 1-1. So we've moved a little bit further ahead of Chelsea here. And Wolves win, trying to get off the bottom there. So here we are. We're 5 points ahead of Chelsea. And we're moving in a really good direction so far. We're going to check who we play next. And hopefully we can keep this good run of form going. We'll take a look. And as you can see, whoops, Southampton here, City here have a chance to move up into 3rd place. Swansea's starting to fade away a little bit. Liverpool have come from nowhere. They're only a game back now of 3rd as well. Who else? Everton, United, Arsenal, and Spurs, 11, 12, 13, and 14. As you can see, the bottom 3. Norwich have 1 point. No wins, 1 draw, and 10 losses through 11 games. Dreadful. Alright, we'll check who we play next. I know Everton is on the docket for our next episode. And then we're into December already, but we've got Stoke, and we did draw Chelsea in the Cup. And look at this set of games here. We're going to have 3 in a row. It'll be Chelsea, Arsenal, and City. That'll be through 2 different episodes, I believe, though. We've got Everton, Stoke, and Chelsea, and then Norwich, Chelsea, and Arsenal, and then we'll have City, Derby, and Watford, a team we struggled with mightily last year. So we're going to start hitting the big boys next episode, or the episode after that as well. So stay tuned for that as we start playing some of the big teams. But guys, that's the end of the episode for now. Stay tuned for more. And peace.